What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Pitching to Content, episode 15. Trying something a little different today. Have our leadership here. I got Connor Powell here with me.
Hey, guys.
I got Robert Custalow.
What's up, guys?
And Preston Corbitt.
What up, boys?
My boy's yelling in the microphone already. Good. Remember, you don't have to yell. All right, so here we go. Just wanted to get the opportunity. We were here on Senior Takeover Day. Get the opportunity to have you guys with me all day, even during my planning period. So, like, what do? Let's throw down a podcast. Why not, right? Let's go. So, got you guys here. Let's go ahead and knock this podcast out. What do y'all think? Connor, how do you feel about it?
I'm ready.
Let's go, Bobo.
I'm also ready.
Of course, you sound ready, Bobo.
Of course.
I'm always ready.
Good. We're gonna hear Bobo talk today, which is gonna be awesome. So, guys, just really wanted to start off really quick about our fall, and I thought it was great. I thought you guys did an outstanding job as a program. You guys as the leaders got to kind of take a good look and see, how it went. I want to hear your perspective on how it went. So, if you don't mind, I'll start with you, Preston. What do you think about the fall? How did it wrap up for you?
I liked it. I liked how we were on the field, not in the weight room as much, and how we got our own program, like how we had to do it on our own, not like have you give us teach us how to do it.
Yeah. Now, tell me the difference. You obviously been through a program before where you did the weight room and baseball. What was the main difference? What do you think we got out of not being in the weight room and being on the field full time?
I feel like we got more practice, on the field. When we were just in the weight room, we didn't get any practice on the field.
Yeah. Do you think it's better or worse for the team?
I feel like it was better because we came more together and practiced more.
Good. Connor, same question. What did you think about the fall?
Well, I really enjoyed being out in the field, and when I would talk to other people, they'd be like, "Oh, y'all are already out in the field?" Yeah, we're gonna hit the season. We're gonna be good because we're out here on the field already getting better as a team.
Yeah.
So
when I heard, I'm not talking trash about anybody other programs, but talking with Coach Collier, they talk about what they do in Manchester. They only work out the month of October.
Yeah.
So they start in October and they end in October. We started second week of school, third week of school, and then when they were finishing, we were kind of planning on what do we do after Halloween. We were ready for the next week. We're dying for the dead period to get over so we can get back to work. So I think that's the big difference. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I feel like we're doing the right things. Do y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bubba, what's your thoughts?
I think it was great starting out on the field because compared to last year, it was kind of a slow start, especially going on the field because we mainly just started in the weight room. And we didn't get much done until later on, and then we were going into winter break, Thanksgiving break. So I just think it was good to start up on the field and just get right at it.
Yeah. The other thing that I need to mention while you guys had to endure something pretty tough, and that was the first couple weeks. We had our numbers were low. We were trying to build a JV team, so we had one. And I asked you guys, hey, can y'all sacrifice a little bit and teach these young guys up, coach them how we do things? And I'll say that you guys did a great job. I think I've told you guys that several times, but in front of everybody, and the young guys that might be watching this, they did a great job. And I think they would all agree. Parents listen to this thing too. They need to know that, hey, I'm not coaching these guys. Coach Collier and Coach Kenyon aren't the only ones coaching you guys. You guys are coaching young guys too. And you guys built that environment, and I was very proud of you guys for that. What do y'all think? How did that feel for you guys on your end, having to do that? Because it took away from what you normally do as a player and the momentum that we would normally grab if we were on our own. Talk to us a little bit about that, Bobo. I'll let you start off this time. Talk about that transition.
So I think it wasn't too bad, helping out the younger kids. I like taking it on because we're all a team, and I feel like it's just common sense and nice to just help out your teammates. They may be new, but you just teach them how to get things going. It's building a culture like you talk about.
Yeah.
It's just pretty nice to help out.
And it's a program too. You said team, and it is a team, but at the end of the day, we have two different teams that are playing two different seasons, but it's a program. And then those young guys, you got to think back to when you guys were 8th graders. You were puppy dogs, you were intimidated, you were scared, you might not have been scared, but you were it was different. It was new. You weren't ready for it until you really got into it and got going. And I think you guys really helped ease that transition. Connor, what do you think about how that went when you guys were just doing your when you were teaching more than actually working on your own skills?
Well, when I was in 8th and 9th grade, I grew up with a great leader, Chase Thomas. He always taught me his ways, and his ways fit in with the culture of the program. So I built, I fell in love with the culture of the program. I don't know. And you learn more from a teammate than you would from a coach because they're right there with you on the field. They're going to battle with you. So
Yep, that's very true. And it's cool. I get to watch it from the back row, if you will, and kind of watch you guys do this. And I've seen guys like Chase, and Chase got taught by somebody, and somebody taught that guy that taught Chase, and it's been going. I've been here for 11 years, and I've got to see it kind of roll, and it's getting better and better. And you guys are just another piece of the puzzle where you guys have done a great job, where those guys are going to use you guys as an example of how I learned how to do things. And it's cool that you guys got that experience and you're passing it on now. And you might not ever hear about it. They'll never say thank you, but they appreciate it because you probably helped them feel very comfortable. That new guy that showed up on day one, when you didn't even think about going over and showing a guy how to do the body blade stuff or the hip mobility stuff, and you just did it. Oh my God, it was so much easier when a player comes to you instead of Coach Mooney saying, "Hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do this." A player has that different voice that really helps. So what do you think? How did it go for you when it came to teaching these guys, the young guys?
I liked it. It helped me as a leader and like teaching them and helping our program out. Like in a few years, they're going to be where I am, and they'll have to be teaching, and I hope they do what we did.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure that you guys want to see the program succeed in the future. You don't want to see it go to crap. You don't want to see it, bottom out. You guys want to, leave it in good hands. And what are you talking about here? You could say it.
I was talking about football too.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll leave that out. But we have experience that, we know what works. I think y'all have seen it, and you roll with what works, and you can't expect that of anybody else. No matter what anybody else does, we have to do it our way. We know what's working for us, so let's keep rolling with it. So great. It was a great fall, fellas. Probably it really pushed us into a good winter. We're going to be on the field every possible moment we can, every day if I can. And you guys have had a great mentality of I'm going to be there. I'm not going to find the reasons to not be there. And you guys have definitely taken that on. And I mentioned that you guys are leaders. And, you guys are my three seniors that I kind of look to most of the time. Would you all agree to that? Who else would you include in that group of seniors? Anybody else that kind of takes lead and takes charge? No, there's your answer. That's why I lean on you guys. But I want everybody to be a leader in this program. And you guys have taken that to the next step because we have a lot of juniors that are involved in the leadership process. Hell, we have a couple sophomores involved in the leadership process. And you guys are leading them on being better leaders by buying in, by being there. So we did this little thing where we had a little leadership team, if you will. Talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind, Connor. Go and start us off with how the leadership team went for you guys. What your thoughts on that were?
I liked it because, we each had our own little task, you could say. Like mine was like pre-throw and like stretching and warm-ups. So I liked it, and I liked how we had cab morning meetings for it.
That worked out pretty good.
Yeah, and we watched pretty inspirational stuff.
Yeah.
You asked me.
Yeah.
That thing just got you going.
The other cool thing about it was we were able to not just watch the videos and learn about leadership, but we talked about ownership, and I think that's what you were talking about in your role. You liked it, but you got to own your job, and it was yours. It wasn't Bobo's. It was your job, and it was your responsibility to make sure that went well. And when we had an issue, y'all remember the little issue we had, we were able to take that time during Cab Morning to talk over an issue. How do we handle this as a program? Mm-hmm. And it gave us that opportunity to really address it and kind of learn and really help the program as we go. Bobo, what do you think about the leadership thing?
I think it was pretty good because we were kind of like a close group. Like we all had our separate things that we were in charge of, but we all dabbled into each other's things to help everyone out with them. Mm-hmm. For example, everyone helps with stretching and stuff, keeping it organized and clean. Everyone helps with pretty much everyone's stuff. So everyone helps leading everything and helping with other groups. So I just think it's pretty good.
Now, Preston, I gave you academics, and we got a pretty sharp team as far as academics goes. When we do our grade checks, I say anybody who has a A or B, go see Preston. And you had all the guys. Yeah. I only had 3 or 4 come to see me with Caesar below. So, that says something about the program. Yeah. So, here we go. Hold on for that bell. I wish I could edit that out, but I'm probably not going to. But, you had a different type of challenge because your job was a little light. Let's be real. You had 1 or 2 guys you had to work with, and really, I think you did a great job with the guy you had. We're not going to call him by name, but you did a great job of getting him on board. Every time I asked him about how things were going, it got better and better as we went over. So talk to your experience about getting the lead. Don't use any names, but leading a kid individually. How did that feel to be able to do that as a senior?
It felt great. I wanted to really help him because he was going to be a captain on the JV team, and I wanted him to be there with us and help JV because he can be a leader like we led all the JV guys, and how he can lead because he's been in this program for 3 years now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you did a great job on that too. And you know, Bobo, you were my weightlifting, our strength and conditioning guy, and you know, we let the guys go on their own this year, and that was a challenge for me because I always liked having the weight room, and that was a culture builder. But to let these guys have it, I feel like you did a good job of establishing this is how it's going to go, and there was no BS to it. You know, it was very, this is how it's going to go, and I just got to commend all you guys on what y'all did. It went really well. So, transitioning here. What do you like the most about what we're doing here? You know, you guys think about, all the, we're doing the stuff on the field. We're doing the leadership. When we have a rain day like today, we're going to be in the classroom. What do y'all really like about what we're doing? Like, Bobo, what's the first thing that jumps on the page? We're doing this really, really well.
I would say how we just have like a lot of people showing up and ready to work.
Attendance, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're there to work too. I mean, and I think, and tell me if I'm wrong on this, guys want to be at practice.
Yeah.
I feel like when we had the dead period, it was like, oh, like we don't get to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's cool that you guys noticed that too, because when I saw them, like, these guys want to be here. You know, they want this, and that's a very encouraging feeling as a coach because you put so much time into this. When the guys want it, you give it to them. When they don't want it, you're like, okay, whatever. You know, that's when you see coaches kind of back off, like, we'll go twice a week, but maybe once a week, whatever. We'll stop at the end of the month, But when you keep driving, keep going forward, it's because y'all want it. We're going to keep on going. So, Connor, what do you think? What do you think something that we're doing really well here at Clover Hill?
Well, I was going to say the drive, like every kid has, like wanting to show up, wanting to be there, wanting to put in work. But other than that, I like how we're out on the field. I just really enjoy that because
I've enjoyed it too. I really have.
That one person, like, you're at shortstop, that one person behind you is going to want to one-up you.
Mm-hmm. And you can't necessarily do that in the weight room. Like some guys are limited in the weight room.
Yeah, you can't.
Some guys are way behind. You can't really push them because they're not strong enough on the baseball field. You can push them. And I think that you guys were able to do that a lot. And the next guy mentality is not a bad mentality to have because that's your biggest competition within your program. And to have those guys right there with you, you know exactly what your competition is. You know what's out there in front of you. So that's a good point. Preston, what do you think we're doing really well here at Clover Hill?
I like how we're like building as a team. Like we're teamwork, not like we're not just one individual like getting carried by a team. So we're like all together and we're working together. We're having healthy competition. We're getting points, doing all this stuff. And like I don't feel like other teams are like having a competition like us.
Do you think it's going to translate into wins in the spring?
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it will too. And I think it might not mean we win like 5 more games, but maybe 1 or 2, just based on our level of competition. When things get tough, that's where it really sets us apart. Is that when things get tough, we know how to compete, and that's really what we're trying to transition to this winter. Is we just started our competition last practice, and it's already there. Like you guys are already taking it and running with it, all for a pizza party. A Little Caesars pizza party. And remember last year, I think I gave batting gloves like a year later. Yeah. You guys, all the points, we're throwing them out were meaningless, really, but y'all did everything you could to get those points. So I just think that, you guys are taking it and run with it, and that's the biggest part to it, the buy-in.
I think that helps us learn how to be gritty. On the field, you got to be gritty. And I think this point system is going to, add to it on the field. Well,
you guys said it, too. I was like, guys, how many of you guys thought that this competition elevated your game today? And everybody's head immediately started nodding. You don't always get that as a coach. Sometimes you just get those blank stares like, but you guys across the board, everybody was like, I was better today because I was going for points because I needed to support my team, little small teams that we made. And you're just elevating your game. So that's the way it's supposed to work. And we've done that for several years now. So that's why it's working. It's culture. It goes back to what you guys have bought into. And once again, another commendation. Good job. It's wonderful. Well, I need your honest opinion about this. We got the hack attack, spent $3,500 on that thing. It's a great tool, and I'm using it a lot, mostly because it's just me out there a lot of the time. But I know for the outfield, it's been a great tool. Infield, Connor, you're getting eaten up a little bit over there at the hot corner because it's hard to adjust the speed per position. But talk to me about the hack attack in defensive reps. I'm going to let you start, Preston, because I know outfielders benefiting the most. Tell me about the difference between a ball off my fungo and multiple reps off of the hack attack.
I'm saying because you can hit it different directions and you know where it's going and what we need to work on, and and you can watch us instead of like hitting the fungo and worry about where you're hitting it. You can like watch us catch the fly ball and teach us. And you also have the walkie-talkies out
Dude,
there.
that was a game changer. Like
Yes.
last week when I threw those out there, I'm like, this is. I immediately went out and priced how much it would cost to get the team set. It's like $200, but I bought a team set. They're on their way. So,
Yeah, that really helped us because we can hear you and like you can tell us what we need to work on and what's wrong, and you can watch us more with the hack attack, like not worrying about how you hit it and like where you hit it.
Yeah, well, the cool thing with the outfield is I can adjust the depth too. That's hard to do with the fungo without, it can't.
Yeah.
Park can't hold me sometimes, but it's hard to place that ball exactly where I'm going to place it with the fungo. Some coaches are pretty good at it, but it's tiresome. It makes you really tired. It's a fatigue based thing, and the hack attack I could put it wherever I want. Line drives, long fly balls, short fly balls, low line drives. I can do it all. It's a really cool tool. How about the infield? What do y'all think about the infield reps?
So I think it's pretty good because I know it's gonna help me with my defense. Like, it'll be able to hit me some like hard liners, hard grounders that I need to work on. You can move it to the left, to the right. You can move it anywhere, and you can also like adjust the height. You can hit pop-ups like you did yesterday.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I hadn't
Yeah.
messed with that before. And that's a nice true pop fly at the infield. We can use that a lot when we're moving forward with this. But you guys do have more of a challenge with the hack attack because if I wanted to adjust the speed, I have to wait for adjust the knobs, wait for the speed to go down, and hit you a true. You guys are getting hot shots over there in the corners. I mean, talk to that. What could be the benefit of that, Connor? What do you think of the benefit of having that hot shot consistently? How's that going to help your game?
I mean, varsity level, they're not going to hit the ball slow to you, so
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah.
catch it. Plus, I don't think I've ever gotten more ground balls in my life.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I mean, that rapid fire, man.
We go through like 3 baskets
Three
in
baskets.
like, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah, and if I'm
Tons of
hitting
reps.
those, even with like 3 coaches hitting at the same time, we're tired. That's a lot. It's and let's be real. How many line drives over your head are we hitting in the meantime too?
Yeah.
You're getting a consistent ground ball, and the best part, I could start. I'm hitting one right to you. I'm hitting one to your forehand side. I'm hitting one to your backhand side, and then I can mix it up. We can do 10 notches down for everybody. Do slow rollers. Just so many reps that we're going to get with that thing. So it's a great tool, and I'm excited about it. I think it's been a great tool at this point. What do y'all think? Keep on using it? Keep on going with it?
Yeah,
For sure.
How about on the offensive side? I mean, I know the hack attack is a challenging piece of equipment on the hitting side. Well, tell me your thoughts right now. What do you think?
I like it a lot better because you were throwing BP at the beginning of the year, and it was not pretty.
I was
It was
throwing it like
not
more
pretty.
consistent.
I was in tight jeans and a flannel shirt, man. And boots. I
Well,
wasn't exactly in the best
it can,
outfit to throw.
and like what
And
you've
my
been
BP
doing,
was crap. It was crap.
where you've been setting it up on the outside part, just letting us pound balls to the backhand side. I mean,
What do you think offensively? What do you think?
I like how it's more consistent. Like, you know where the ball is going to go. Like, that outside, how we're working on that. Because last year, we weren't the best at that.
Yeah.
So now we're just working on that.
And I think that that's going to pay dividends for us going in the future because, I mean, y'all are learning how to hit the pitch that we've been missing. And we're consistent with it. We can keep on going with it. It's not the hack attack. You're not supposed to succeed on the hack attack. You're supposed to fail a little bit on it. But you get better with it over time. And I think that's going to pay off in the long run. Bobo, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's also consistent. You can set it up where you have a big weakness at. Like, for me, like, probably like outside.
Yeah.
It'll just help me hit more opposite field and pretty much everyone. It's just a great tool.
Yeah, it really is. And it's worth the money. So far, it's paid for itself and how useful it's been. So very excited about that. Just kind of changing gears to something that let's just think about a challenge we might face this year, this season. What's something that might get in our way, something that we might trip and stumble over? What do you think that thing might be that we need to identify now so we can attack it and fix it? Is there anything that jumps off? Anybody want to just jump out there with something that might be a challenge?
I have something. Well, we've been having. I don't want to put names or anything, but
Please don't.
Catching
We-
position.
Yeah.
we need people to actually show up so they can get back into the game.
Yeah.
It's they've been out of the game. They've been doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Been focusing on other stuff.
That's a challenge that I've experienced as a coach over multiple years. Multi-sport athletes are always a thing, and it's hard to. You can't ask a kid to just show up. They got to want to show up, and just like you guys want to be there. But other guys have other things going on. Now, these guys, we need them. We want to be a part of the mix. And we got a couple guys playing basketball right now. We had a couple guys playing volleyball, and that's fine. We want them to do that. But that's a balancing thing that we have to work as coaches, obviously as players, I'm sure you want them there too, because you really can't really feel the team vibe until everybody's there.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things we're gonna have to overcome it, and that's a good challenge. I actually like that. That's a good thought. Any other challenges you guys see going forward? Anything, Preston? No, I don't want much dead time here. All right, I'm gonna jump in. I got my challenge. Challenge I see us having is because of last year. What I saw last year, we lost a ton of runners on base last year, and we have yet to generate offense in our program since you guys have been here. I think that could be a challenge if we don't go out there and just go out and do it. And I think the things we're doing now with the hack attack, the things we're doing now with the tempo, the pace of what we're doing and the expectations, I think that's going to breed an opportunity to go through and beat that challenge. But until you guys show me you can do it, right now I could see that being an issue going forward. So we got to drive guys in. We got to handle the pitch that the pitcher throws us. We got to be able to do that. So I think that could be a challenge if we don't overcome it. So there's challenge accepted.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's get after it. All right. Good. Now go back to the weight room for just a second. Bobo, you're in charge of the weight room, and you've made some strides. My man's over here in a tight shirt now. All right, because he's been in that weight room.
This used to be so big on me too.
Yeah, I know. So, Bobo, you go ahead and kick us off. I want these guys to hear you. Hopefully, a lot of the younger guys and the parents are listening to this. What do you do in the weight room? Where do you do your lifting? What do you do in the weight room? What's your program look like?
So I work out at Planet Fitness.
It's okay.
It's just cheap. It's cheap.
It's
and
cheap.
Affordable, and
there it is.
it's got the equipment you need.
That's right. That's right.
I try and go at least 4 to 5 days a week, and I just do a push, pull, and leg split.
Nice.
So chest and try, back and bi, and then legs, and then shoulders too.
Nice.
I mainly try and do I start off with warm-up sets, and then I go into heavier sets with a few reps. I just really try and build my strength, and I just build my strength.
Now, when did you start officially? Okay, this is my starting point. This is when I started getting after it, and haven't stopped since. When was that?
So when I first started lifting weights, summer of 2022, so summer before my junior year. That's when I really started getting serious into it. And then this past summer is when I've really started going consistent 5-6 days a week.
Yeah, so the summer was really when you kicked it into a new gear.
Yeah, and I was more available, and I had a ride to get to.
There you go. That's a big deal. Now, do you work out with anybody?
Yeah, I work out with Preston.
Okay, so I should be asking you the same question. Y'all doing the same things?
Basically, but I go a little bit more than him.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Is that the
I
truth?
go 7.
You go 7? Okay.
Yeah.
They let you in? Do they give you free pizza over there at Planet Fitness after you're done lifting?
They don't give you food. I've never heard of that.
Have you set off the lunk alarm?
Oh, no, we don't.
They don't do that.
They don't do that. I could slam weight, and they don't do that.
Oh, that's good. They've changed management then, I guess.
Yeah.
But anything you want to add to what y'all do? Is it anything you do different than maybe most people might?
We go for a long time.
How long are y'all there?
At least 2 hours.
At least 2 hours.
I love it. That's awesome.
What was it? The last time we went was 3.
It was 3.5 hours.
Yeah, my mom got mad at me for that.
That's good. If your mom's getting mad at you about anything, it should be about being in the weight room too
I was
long.
I'm working out, Mom.
Tell her to call me and we'll talk about it. All right. But guys, that's what it takes. That's what it takes to get strong. And these guys have made a big difference in their bodies. And that's what you young guys need to hear. Parents, that's what you parents need to hear. If they're in the weight room, they could be places that are worse than the weight room, trust me. And if you're in love with the weight room, it's just going to help you all together. So Connor, you do a little bit of a different thing. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, I go to this fitness trainer up at RVA South. His name of his program is Redemption PT, I think.
Okay.
His name's Ryan Brown. But so this past summer, I think my friend, he would always go in there. He would go 4 days a week, and he builds your own program specific to you and your weaknesses and what you want to improve on. So I actually started going this past spring, mid-spring of baseball, and I would go 3 days a week all the way till this past fall. I switched to 2 days just because I have baseball here and I have fall ball going on. But I don't think I've ever moved this much weight in my life.
Yeah, and you guys are also at an advantage too, and not to discount what you've done, but when you get to be a senior, things start changing. You actually start seeing results. And young guys, when they start, it's a grind. You guys remember when you were young, it was a grind to lift weights. You didn't see the results, but what you did get that you probably didn't realize you got form. You got the mentality, you got knowledge. And I think that's what these young guys need to take away from this is that you learn that stuff young and you take it with you when your body's ready to grow. And that's one of the things, you know, how I hate talking about velocity. I don't like talking about velocity because a lot of your bodies aren't ready for velocity. When your body matures, that's when the velocity is supposed to take off. If you push it too hard, your body's going to get hurt. So that's why I like to see your guys' bodies grow into that velocity. And that's the reason why. You guys always get to hear the reason why I always say, oh, no, stop talking about velocity. That's it. Because your bodies, and that you guys are living examples of that. So, Connor, I mean, it sounds like you got a cool opportunity to really get a individual program. That's great. And you know, those of you who are listening, you know, hey, there it is right there. You have the program based where you're paying for it and you're getting a good individual program, and then you have the Planet Fitness. You know, get after it. You know, go put push some yellow and purple weights around. It's really cool.
They're black, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
they go up to 75.
They're actually like the same as in Clover Hill gym.
I know. I'm talking about I'm talking about the racks mostly.
Oh yeah, those are purple.
Those are definitely purple.
Dumbbells only go up to how much?
75.
75, yeah.
You get plenty done with 75s. All you do is you bump up the reps.
Yeah.
That's all you do. You just bump up the reps and maybe do some barbell while it's on the Smith machine, but
Or go to a real gym where they have 100-pound
when you guys
dumbbells.
have,
You can pay for my membership.
yeah, when you guys have your own jobs and you get able to, I highly recommend a Golds or an ANFAM or even a YMCA. But that's for as high schoolers, you guys are doing it right. Good job. I love it. So that's our weight room stuff, guys. Young guys are listed to parents. This is what it takes. This is where we get stronger. It doesn't need to come from us because think about it. When y'all were in the weight room with me in the baseball program only, even when we were going 4 days a week, were you really getting stronger in our weight room for an hour?
No.
I know the answers to that. It's no, but what you got was a foundation on how to do it, and that kind of stuck with you guys. And I always told you guys, you do it here and you go do it elsewhere as well. In the programs of the past, they all did it. That got after that weight room culture, and you guys have that weight room culture. It pays off. The teams that had weight room culture, they end up winning. And I'm telling you, I've seen it, and I'm telling you, this group's going to be special if y'all can take it and fix a couple of these things that we need to work on as our challenges. It's going to be a special season. We're going to win some baseball games. So that being said, think about one thing real quick. What sets Clover Hill baseball apart from other programs in the area? You know, what is that thing that stands out to you as the thing that, hey, Clover Hill baseball, we do this. Nobody else is doing that. That's why we're probably going to beat you. What is that thing, Connor? Go.
Our culture. Definitely our culture. But, like, it goes more than just culture. Like, even to what we wear on the field, like, we're all looking the same. Yep. We all have stirrups on. We all have our pullovers on. I mean, even when we walk around school, you know who's on the baseball team. Yep. They're wearing baseball stuff. They're proud of it. So
you look the part. Yep. Bubba, what do you think? What's that one thing that sets us apart from everybody else?
I just think it's our grittiness. We get at it.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Oh man, you better think of a new one pretty quick.
Yeah, we're gritty. We get after it, like Connor said, and everyone knows who we are. We're proud to be baseball players for this school. We just get after it. We just try our hardest, and we just play to our best.
Love it. Did you come up with one?
Yeah. How no one believes in us.
Yeah.
And we're the team that's gritty, and we're gonna come and beat you no matter where we are, no matter what time. We may get underestimated, but we're coming after you.
Last year against Godwin.
Godwin, they thought they had us. If we didn't make 2 mistakes, we win that game.
We win. And the cool thing about this group is the experience you guys got as a younger, unexperienced group. We play Godwin again this coming season. They're not going to be expecting much, and we're going to take it to them. Oh, yeah. And that's something I'm very proud of. I've said this in other podcasts too, but this program, nobody likes playing Clover Hill. Every year, even when we're at our worst, people don't like playing Clover Hill because you never know on any given day that Clover Hill is going to come out and beat you. It's going to happen. And that's the mentality. And you said it yourself. And you got excited about it when you said it because when we come out, we're not planning on losing, guys. There's no doubt in our mind that we're winning today. We might get beat, but you're going to have to work your tail off to beat us. You're going to have to do a lot of things right in order to beat us. And that's a culture, guys, I'm proud of, and I'm proud of you guys for establishing and carrying that through because nobody wants to play Clover Hill. We're going to see, we always do. We always see their best. We always get the best pitching because they know if they don't throw their ace at us, we're going to beat you. And that happens every single year. Every year. So let's go out there and do it. Let's go take it to some guys. Any final thoughts and message to your team as we go? Bubba, I'm going to let you kick it off.
Just keep working at it. Let's keep grinding. We got this.
Let's go. Connor?
If you're not the starter right now, you can work. You can get the starting spot.
Yep. Go win it over. Go
Yeah.
win it. It's not gonna be given to you.
It's not over till the first game.
Got to earn it. Earn it. Preston.
State championship coming to Clover Hill 2024.
There you go. Well, my mindset's winning game 1,
Yeah.
then winning game 2,
Yeah.
then game 3, and then when put enough of those together, guess what?
State
You're
champions.
there. That's where you belong. So the team that mirrors you guys the best is my 2015 team. It really does. They did something really, really special. They were that weight room group. They were senior heavy. They were just really tight knit like you guys. You guys all get along, and you guys remind me of that team. So I'm getting the vibe too of something special here. And if you guys believe it, I already believe it, and it's going to be something special. So let's keep it grinding, guys. We're going to grind it out. We're going to grit it out. We're going to do what we do here at Clover Hill. I don't care what anybody else does. I don't care what anybody else thinks we should do. This is what we're going to do. So we're going to get after it today. It's raining outside. Guess what? It's right before Thanksgiving. We're going to the classroom right before we go to Thanksgiving. We're going to learn something. We're going to get something out of today, and we're not going to waste a day from here on out. We're going to get everything we can out of every single day. So I got your back. I know you guys got mine. I can tell that. And we got some good pieces in place. So here it is, fellas. That's what it's all about. So guys that are listening, thanks for listening to this. Parents, thanks for jumping on. These guys, we had a good time today. It was actually kind of fun doing it with the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to do this more often to get the players in here and let you guys air it out a little bit, so you know that what we're doing here is real. It's not just me blowing smoke, not just me putting fluff out there. We're doing this good. No, we're actually doing it. These guys got the boots on the ground. They're doing it. So, guys, thanks for jumping on today. We'll enjoy the rest of our senior takeover day. In my 4th period, we're gonna roll the balls out, let them play a little basketball.
Hoop time.
Let you guys play a little bit too. So, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next time for episode 16. Thank you for listening.